Hey there guys, John DePass here, professional trainer here. Just doing a little workout right here in my own home gym in my own private training studio right down in the basement. I live right here in Burlington down on the lake shore at the corner of Walker's Line. Just doing a home workout using everyday home gym equipment, stuff you can do at home. If you want to tune in for your workouts, you can always tune in online. You can tune right into my private training studio. You can watch and join in. I'm just going to show you some exercises that you can do to get yourself into shape using everyday equipment. Doesn't take a lot of time to generate some electrical energy in your body, speed up your metabolism, get your body burning fat, releasing the hormones that are required to re-stimulate that metabolism and get your body going again using basic equipment in a short period of time. You don't need to be in the gym all day long to get yourself back to your best. So, one of my favorite pieces of equipment to utilize in a home gym workout in my private training studio is my Swiss ball. That's my big ball. You can hold it over your head. You can, do balance activities like this just to get the heart pumping, right? We're sitting all the time, because we're spending so much time sitting, the hip flexors are getting tight. The hamstrings are getting tight. The lower back is getting tight. Items like this where we're balancing and lifting one of our limbs off the ground, that causes us to balance. That draws the core into the activity. All of our core muscles are responsible for adjusting our body, balance, and stability. So whenever we take one of the limbs off the ground, we're pulling the core into the exercise, right? So items like this will help the body warm up, will help my heart rate to climb, and raise my body temperature, loosen up all the core muscles, and get the body ready to go. If I use the ball in the air, now I'm also bringing my upper body into the activity. I'm driving up my heart rate. My heart's got to go up to pump blood up into my hands, to send blood circulation up into my arms so my heart starts to climb. Holding that ball over my head, even though the ball is light, just holding it up for an extended period of time means that my shoulders start to get into the activity, right? Here I am in a plank position using all the muscles along the front of my body, the shoulders, the chest, as well as all of my core muscles being pulled into activity. You want to get a flat tummy for 2019. You want to tighten up all those core muscles, right? Here's a Swiss ball, a simple item you can have at home that offers tons of benefit in terms of workout variety and, in terms of activating all of the muscles of the body, upper body and lower body getting involved, right? So I'll be using a few different items to add variety so that things don't get boring. And on top of that, if you always do the same thing in your workout, then your body gets used to the same thing, right? If you want to make a change in your life in 2019, we've got to learn to do things differently, right? We can't think and say and do the same things and get different results. Next up, I've got a medicine ball, and you could always use a small dumbbell if you don't have a medicine ball. And there's lots of things we can do with the medicine ball or a dumbbell in your hand if you don't have a medicine ball. There's lots of things we can do with the medicine ball to add resistance to the entire body as well. So working through the entire core using the medicine ball, right? Great big circle. There's my windmill. All along the sides of my body. Big inhale, big exhale as I come down. Adding oxygenation, breathing through the movements. See my heart rate starting to climb. Respiration starting to go up. My body's starting to produce carbon dioxide. And the result is I start breathing. That's what we want. We want to get more oxygen into the body. Oxygenate, energize the body. That's what working out's all about, right? Here's my windmill, here's my pendulum. One hand on either side of the ball. You golfers will like this one. Pivot and lift. Pivot and lift. Pivot and lift. Pivot and lift. So when I pivot my right leg, my right hand's on the bottom of the exercise, bottom of the ball. When I pivot my left hand's on the bottom of the ball, so I'm lifting from underneath. I'm lifting from underneath. I'm pivoting my hips, lifting from underneath the ball. That lifting from under the ball pulls my core, my lower back, my abdominals come into the movement. Right? What if I want to get my legs going? Awesome. There's your lunge and press. So legs and arms, upper body and lower body getting involved. You know, whenever you get upper body and lower body involved, the core in the middle of the activity, the abdominals through the center, all along the spine, the erectors are all active. So now it becomes a full body exercise. All the muscles of my body getting active. I'm balancing here, my core is involved. All the muscles of my body getting involved. When you start doing muscle exercises that include all of your body's musculature, you start burning lots of calories. Burning lots of calories. Stimulating the metabolism, right? Speeding it up. Burning off the body fat that we've put on over the holiday. Kick-starting the body. Getting the hormones going, right? Stretching out my body, hamstring stretch. Core, strength through the upper body, shoulders lifting, shoulders, hamstrings, core, full body activities, right? These are full body activities using simple equipment I can use at home. I don't need to have a whole bunch, I don't need to invest in a whole bunch of stuff to get myself right back to my very best. Of course, dumbbells are awesome, right? You want a simple way to add resistance? Add some dumbbells. Now I can get my arms involved. There's my bicep curl, and I've combined it with a lunge. That way I'm activating those legs and my arms at the same time. Other leg forward, same thing. 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Or we can do it for time. 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. What we do to one side, we try to do the same thing to the other side. Right? The dumbbells add that additional resistance, make those muscles work a little bit harder. Challenge ourselves a bit more. Drive that heart rate up a little bit higher. We want to stimulate the body, not annihilate the body. It's not about killing ourselves. That's not what we need to do to burn fat or create change in 2019. We need to stimulate the body to burn fat. right? That just means triggering those hormones. That just means activating the oxygen, raising up our energy. You can hear it in my voice now. I'm starting to pant, right? My body's breathing off the carbon dioxide. My body's taking in oxygen. That's the energy, the prana. I want to pull that energy into my body. I want to pull that energy into my day, harness that energy, lift that energy up into my life, and push it out in my relationships and my interactions today. I fill myself up with joy and energy and oxygen. It's omnipresent. It's all around me. It's within me. I breathe it in and it's inside of me. It's all around me. It's within me. It's the God force energy. It's the energy of our universe. It's the loving energy that creates change. That's going to create 2019 to be the greatest year of our life. And we're going to harness that energy by exercise, by nutrition, by mindset, by thought and word, by new information, new physiology, a new understanding of the body. We can change our lives. Right? Let's get some shoulders in there too. Okay, so there's my lunge and press. Right? Lunge and press. I got my dumbbells turned in. As I come up, I'm going to turn them out. As I drop down, I'm going to exhale. As I come up, I'm going to inhale. Down, up, inhale. Down, inhale. Down. Good. Other leg forward. Inhale. Focusing on the breath, oxygenating my body. You know, and if you're a beginner, you know, obviously using smaller dumbbells, maybe just small dumbbells, 2-3 pounders, maybe a couple of soup cans in your hand, maybe a couple of small rocks in your hand. You don't even have to use dumbbells, right? If you're a beginner, you may not be able to go as deep into your lunge. You know, here's a barbell here now. I may do a smaller lunge if I'm a beginner, so I'm not dropping as deep. If I have knee issues, maybe I can't work through as full a range of motion. You just work through the range that's right for you. Keep that front foot flat on the floor. Sink your back knee down. Shallow if you're just getting started. If you've got knee problems, don't go as deep. Don't hurt yourself. Take responsibility for you. Take responsibility for yourself. Know your limits. Work within your limits. Don't hurt yourself, okay? If you can't do full range of motion lunges like that, all the way down, all the way up, then don't, right? Work at the level that's right for you. If you don't have a barbell, use a dumbbell. If you haven't got a dumbbell, use a couple of cans of soup. If you haven't got cans of soup, run out and grab a couple of rocks from the yard and use a couple of rocks, okay? Work at the level that's right for you. If you haven't got the equipment, utilize a couple of boulders, rocks for resistance. There's my box. This is my box. I can do my high knees, and I can do that off a stepping stool. Anything that's going to be stable that I can, you know, work off of. That's going to allow me to drive my heart rate up and activate those hips, right? It's going to let me drive my heart rate up. I can also use it to help me do my mountain climbers, right? Having a box, put my hands on rather than doing it on the floor, makes things a little bit easier than doing stuff on the floor sometimes. It can make a push-up a little easier if you go off the second step or the third step in your house, or if I put another box on top, makes it a little easier. Hey, a box jump if you're more advanced, but if you're a beginner, that might not work for you. If you're a beginner, you can do it on the floor, or if you can't do impact, you can just go up on your tippy toes. You don't even have to leave the ground. That's where we start. Low impact, right? There we go. Over top of the step. Hey, if you haven't got a step that you can get all the way over the top like that, then you could just use your bottom stair and you can do it like that. So, you know, we can set this program up to work with you wherever you are, right? If you're at home and you've just got a stair in your basement or in your garage, you can do it off your stair in your basement or your garage. Or if you've got a plyo box like this, awesome. If you need to get equipment, if you're local, I can obviously direct you here in Burlington, Ontario, Canada. If you're contacting from elsewhere, you can order most of the equipment through Amazon, or reach out to me if you need some help with equipment. I will be able to provide that for you soon enough anyways. And finally, we've got our elastics, right? Elastics offer us the opportunity to do some rowing activities where I'm pulling the arms towards the body, right? That adds another dimension of activity and exercise to us. If you can get access to an elastic, right? Or a cable machine, can do all of these activities as well too. If you've got a cable machine, we can always use a cable machine, right? If you've got a TRX, we could use a TRX to do these things. Finally, we've got the kettlebell. There's the kettlebell front swing. If you don't have a kettlebell, you could always use a dumbbell, and you could do the exercises with a dumbbell as well too, right? Those are the exercises. Some of the exercises, that's the equipment I'm using in my online training program. It's the same program I'll be using for my 7-day free New Year's program. These are the equipment I'll be using. It's the equipment I use in my rapid fat loss, my 21-day rapid fat loss program. It's the same equipment I use in my 6-week body transformation program. It's the same equipment I use for my clients when they come in through their private training sessions with me, their personal training sessions with me. It's the same equipment that I use for my online training program for all of my customers. Everything is the same. You're not missing out if you're working out online, or if you're coming into my private training studio, or if you're getting this program access for free. I'm giving my entire program away for free for the beginning of 2019. If you'd like to get it for free, all you need to do is register before January 7th, 2019, and you get the whole program for free. Just send me your personal email, and I'll make sure that you're registered in the program. The Mellow Man, John DePass, downstairs in his private training studio, just having a little end of the year workout, showing you guys the equipment that we use in the program. Look forward to working with you in 2019. Have yourself a super day.